Welcome to ChinaX 2.0.
A lot's happened since we closed version 1.
A lot has happened since we closed version 1. ChinaX, for those of you who are looking in for the first time, is a deep and interpretive look at 5,000 years of Chinese history, right up to the present and looking into the future. What are the markers of its success?
One of the markers is that we had 40,000 people come and view all of it or part of it. An extraordinarily loyal group. People who kept writing to us, talking about this, engaging in the discussion forums. We received emails from people. There's a Facebook group for ChinaX.
15% of our viewers in China itself.
That's right, that's right. And of course, parts of what we did were lifted out of the course by people and went viral on the internet. One of them is, you'll see in the very first section called The Big Picture, where Bill sings his heart out.
Can you sing that song?
I cannot sing it as well as you can.
Well, shall we sing it together?
Shangzhou Qin Han, Shangzhou Qin Han, Sui Tang Song, Sui Tang Song.
And yet there's more to say still about China, past, present, and future. What's new about ChinaX 2.0?
Version 2.0 is improved, but not fundamentally changed. It's still the longest MOOC that's ever been done. 10 mini courses, goes on for 18 months. So what's new is you can actually get identity verified certificates for the entire course now. Our wonderful staff has improved the quality of the videos. They've also really improved the assessments. They've tried to repair some of the egregious errors we made in talking about history.
Every so often, even historians who've been doing it a long time make really interesting mistakes.
So one of the questions we had was, what can we add at this point that's new? Because we're really nervous about making this into a 3-year course rather than just 18 months.
That's right.
Well, we're going to add one thing. Professor Dan Hua, the world's great expert on the Silk Roads, is going to be working with us, has come to work with us, and we're now in the process of finishing that work on the Silk Roads in the middle period of Chinese history. What we're going to do instead of just adding one module after another, we're going to create special tracks for small groups for people can sign up for. One is going to be devoted to literature, arts, and the humanities. We've asked Eugene Wong, professor of art history here at Harvard, to come in and talk with us about a series of art objects. Professor Michael Pewitt, historian of Chinese philosophy and religion, will come and talk about some major Chinese thinkers. Professor David Wong will add more material on Chinese literature. And I'll throw in some things on Chinese intellectual history. China Humanities Small Private Online Course, we'll call it.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to do something, a set of sections on modern China.
Right, and I'm not going to do it alone. In our first version, I brought in as colleagues many of the most senior China scholars that we have at Harvard, people who have made this field over several generations. This time I'm going to bring in the next generation of younger scholars who will look at Chinese business, at Chinese politics, at society and law in a, I think, very fresh way to open up conversations as to how we might predict where China will be in the year 2026, 2036.
You know, the last thing we're going to do, so we're going to do a third special thing as well. We're going to start the ChinaX Book Club. And the ChinaX Book Club, we're calling it this time 4 novelists, 4 novels, and 4 views of China. Nobel laureate Mo Yan, Yan Lianke, Yu Hua, and Ha Jin, who's actually a Chinese novelist but is here in Boston.
Yes.
So 4 very different views of China today. And we're going to make that into a book club with sort of 1 book a month and a discussion forum, a really big experiment.
And if people sign up for that, do they have to then buy a book a month for the rest of their lives?
No, only
Just
these 4
these 4.
books.
Okay.
Right. Okay, good. Well, we look forward to seeing you in ChinaX 2.0 and joining us especially in one of these 3 special things we're doing on the humanities, on modern China, or our book club. Thanks a lot.
Indeed. Welcome aboard.